to the League with your hosts, Benoit Thanjan. You might know me from the Solar Maverick podcast, and David McGee. You give us 5 minutes. We give you the latest clean energy trends. This is actually Thursday, November 7th. We just had election day. We're all in the renewable energy sector analyzing what things will be like under the new administration with President Trump. I know that a lot of people in the industry have had concerns about like the Inflation Reduction Act, which had a lot of incentives for renewable energy. What we could tell from our conversations with the industry and other sorts of experts, and also, reading a lot of content and talking to people in the industry, that there should not be an impact to the legislation that has been passed. A lot of the legislation with the Inflation Reduction Act have helped Republican states with solar. And, there's also the domestic content adder, which basically is incentivizing manufacturing in the US. And President Trump has talked about, how he wants to build a manufacturing base in the US and that he would use tariffs to make that happen. And we've also gone through, one Trump presidency, and we survived that. And I don't think there's anything really major that is going to change under the new presidency. But I think we might have maybe less growth, but the fundamentals for solar are still great. The cost of solar keeps going down, the efficiencies keep improving as storage becomes cheaper and cheaper. It's going to be more like having base load power, and that's a huge differentiator. And obviously, solar is the cheapest form of electricity right now, and no other fuel source can compete. So it'll be interesting. It's only been 2 days, and I'm sure, as the administration starts the transition and then comes into office in January, we'll have a lot better perspective and we'll keep you updated. And that's that.
Benoit, great content. I'm sure you put a lot of investment committees at ease, with that feedback. So thank you for that.
I've been on a lot of phone calls, reassuring the industry, because of that everything's going to be okay. And
No, you definitely put a lot of minds at ease tonight. So thank you for that. So really interesting feedback. Aside from this excitement that we've had with this election, results, come to a conclusion. Right now, we're going to talk about AWS and Talen Energy. Nuclear has been all over the news right now. Lots of developments have been occurring. Talen Energy, AWS, earlier within the year, there was a file with FERC, to be able to actually have a discussion regarding amending an interconnection agreement with PJM. That discussion, actually occurred earlier this month. It did not go well. What was attempted to occur was this nuclear facility, approximately 380 megawatts, to be diverted directly to AWS. Discussions regarding the transmission, discussions regarding pricing. FERC ended up denying this. The folks who were against this and speaking out not for this was the Exelons and the AEPs. Folks were citing the fact that this nuclear facility and all the power going to AWS would be able to set a precedent that FERC did not want to set, due to all the data centers being built, like we're always talking about. And the next component pushback for this was rate increases, for consumers, as a lot of these nuclear facilities, the fear is them being taken and gobbled up for a lot of these data centers with large megawatts, causing all these LSEs to go out to the market and having to buy much more expensive power. Second topic that we're going to be speaking about, Hitachi. We're going to talk about transformers. Transformers, notoriously 12, 18 months delays, 3 years, 4 years. It's increasing dramatically. Since 2019, 40% price increase is occurring. We're hearing from Hitachi Energy, over 15,000 people, they're increasing employee count. They're looking at 2026, end of that, for any time delays to occur at all. So Big news, if you have any projects and you think you're going to be at COD, make sure that these orders are placed and you're properly planning the schedule. And that's that. You've just enjoyed 5 minutes of the absolute best information within the clean tech industry. If you're not subscribing to this channel, you're really not part of the clean tech industry, so you better subscribe now and have a great day.